we'll just be live, and if people
We'll
come,
just be live, and we'll see if anybody comes.
if they come, they come, and if they don't come, they don't come. We'll sit here and we'll talk, and
We'll
we'll
sit here and talk, and
crochet.
they can watch us later.
That's right. That's right. All right. So this is weird. I mean, this pattern's a little strange. Like
It is.
the section we just did, the 4 and 5x size doesn't do that section. But then this section we're doing, the 2 and 3x don't do it. What?
I think it's just the rate at which you're increasing and
how
decreasing.
does that work for anybody?
It's the rate at which you increase and decrease.
So we're still going to be like doing some decreasing here.
Yes, we're just going to change.
We're going to chain one, and we're going to single crochet a couple together again.
Yeah, because we're on. Where are we again? Remind me.
We're right to the part where it says sizes extra small, medium, large, XL, and 4 and 5x only.
Okay, first to third rows. Okay.
First, wait, not
first to third rows.
No, I don't see first.
Do that. Oh, we're down below that.
Yeah, we're down below
that
one.
Second row. Okay.
Yeah.
Repeat. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're on the next part.
Okay.
First row, chain 1, 2 together, and then 1 single crochet in each across to the last. The same thing we just did.
Wait a second. Tell me again where. Read that again.
Okay, it's where it says extra small, medium, large, blah, blah, only first row. Chain 1.
Mm-hmm. Single crochet,
single
2 together.
Crochet 2 together. 1 single in each to the last 2. Single crochet 2 together,
turn. Second row.
But then the next row we don't.
Right.
We don't do any decrease.
And then you repeat alternating for.
Repeat the last 2 rows.
For 9 or 7 more rows.
Yeah, you're going to do 9. I'm going to do 7. So it'll be decrease in one row, not in the next.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, now we have some people. Sherry and Linda and Sue and Judy are here.
Oh, are we live?
They found us. They found us a half an hour late.
Oh, we did. They did.
I had physical therapy. I almost could have made it home in time, but I really couldn't.
And Melinda's here?
Melinda's here too. Hello.
Melinda's here too. Yep.
So we were just going over our pattern and where we're at and what we're up against here for this next part.
Yep. And we're going to be continuing.
I think we can finish this section today.
Yes, I believe we can finish.
I think we can finish this section.
Yeah.
Which is our back.
And I have to give a big old apology because I'm such an idiot. I was thinking because another patterning I'm working on is a raglan style yoke down. And so I was thinking this was going to be like this, and this was going to be our collar.
No.
And it's not. This is our back. So this angle that we're creating.
And it's where the sleeves are going to fit in.
Where the sleeves are going to attach. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi,
Angie, she told me that one day, and I was like, no. This is the back, and we're making sleeve places here.
Sometimes I can be a little bit.
So now we're actually working up to the neck.
Yes.
Yeah. And so this is just going to get a little smaller as we go up towards the neck. And this is making that whole solid piece that's on the top.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. So
we're going to continue on. We're at the point in the pattern where it says for sizes extra small, medium, large, extra large, and 4 to 5 XL only. For the first row, we're going to chain 1, single crochet 2 together, 1 single crochet in each single crochet to the last 2 stitches, single crochet 2 together, turn.
Yep.
And then the next row, we're just going to do a row of single crochets and not decrease. And then we're going to continue to repeat those 2 rows. So we'll do a decrease row and then a regular row.
Yep.
For a total of however many rows
it tells you for your size.
For your size.
Yep.
So, all right. So we're good with that. So everybody got their homework done that is doing the project, I hope.
Yeah, I finished it up pretty quickly. It's been done since like last Friday or Saturday.
Yep, I finished mine up right away. Boy,
Yeah,
it
it didn't
feels
take
weird to you be using this big hook. This
because
5
you've been doing
millimeter
some
hook.
small stuff.
Oh, let me tell you about what I've been doing.
I know what you've been doing.
Ugh.
You've been crazy town. That's what you've been doing.
You know what? Crazy. I wanted to text you so
Hi,
bad
Jennifer.
last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I thought better of it. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Because I ended up redoing that square 5 times.
Oh Lord.
Mindy.
Oh Lord. Okay,
Guess what I'm down to now for a hook size?
Oh, I don't. Okay, let's see. You were talking about a 3.
Nope. I started at 3.5 and I went and I ended up not going down to 3. I ended up going down to a 3.25 because I didn't have a 3 in a Susan Bates and I didn't want to use.
And I had suggested you go to a 3.
Yes, you did. But
and that wasn't small enough.
Even that wasn't small enough.
Are you at 275?
I went to 275. Even that wasn't small enough.
Are you serious?
I am using a 2.5 millimeter hook to get gauge on this project I'm doing. And yes, and it feels so teeny to be using that hook. Let me go get you what I got done.
I'm certain a 2.5 is tiny.
Yeah. Hold
and
on.
The yarn is not that thin of a yarn.
It's pretty thin.
Is it that thin?
Yeah, it's pretty thin. I would call it, they call it a DK weight. It's not a DK weight. It's a very light 2 weight, if anything. So here's what I've got done so far. These are my 3 squares that I got done from last night to today. Well, and then the one I'm working on.
And which colorway is that one?
I'm doing the Northern Lights colorway.
See, I didn't think the Northern Lights had all of those natural.
I don't think that the picture that they show on the website is a really great representation.
It looks like it uses more purples and blues and.
Yes, that's on the other end. The other end is going to be a lot of purples and blues.
I thought,
yeah.
I don't know. I looked at it and I thought it looked purpley and blue on that end, but whatever.
And then the other thing that is really being very time consuming about this is the join. This is a really, really interesting joining method. Let me see if I'll show it on the lighter yarn. It's called a PLT join. I don't know if you can really see.
PLT?
It's what it's called, a PLT join. And I don't know what that even stands for.
Well, you can see the gray and cream
kind of
together, sort of.
Twisted together. Yes. Yes. So
hi, Jody.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Sherry. Oh, we already said hi to Sherry. Thanks.
We did.
We did, but she said that's cute. So what you do is you take your hook out of the loop. You insert of your working, because it's a join as you go. You know what method?
Okay.
So you take your loop out of your hook.
Okay, wait. I'm confused then. Oh, hang on.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
confused because I've seen multiple pictures of people with just stacks and stacks of squares.
Well, then they're not doing it right.
They have all their stacks. Have you seen them?
Nope, I've not seen them.
They've just got a row of their squares. They're folded and just.
You're supposed to do join as you go.
Okay, maybe they're not.
So that when you're doing your last, when you do your last round of your second square, you are at the same time as you're doing your last round, you're attaching it to your first square.
I don't think they're doing that then, because.
Well, that's what the directions say. Yeah. In order to meet gauge, I had to go down to a 2.5 millimeter hook. It's killing me.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I'm with you on the frogging 5 times because I've shown you. I'm working on a Tunisian. It's a cowl, actually. I thought it was a scarf, but it's actually a cowl. And
it's very pretty.
I've never done Tunisian before. I'm using a cake yarn, just, a mandala cake yarn. Has sparkle in it. Hi, Brenda. And I have literally started that thing over 5 times.
Have you really?
Yes. because here's what happens. So the basic Tunisian stitch, I got that. That's easy.
Okay.
I've learned. There's a couple places where you single crochet two together. That's not a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple places where you yarn over before you do something. So you're increasing with your yarn over.
Okay.
And when you go back the next time and you try to find those yarn overs,
Mm-hmm.
they hide. They're very
Hmm.
hard to find.
They're hard to find. Oh, they don't, that loop isn't like
Yes.
apparent.
Yes. It doesn't look like the other bars.
The other bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they kind of tuck
Gotcha.
in there and hide on you. And so I've missed one or I've missed another one and then the directions were tricky because at the end you do 6 Tunisian simple stitches, but
Uh-huh.
then you yarn over and you put one in the like last little loop at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I was missing that one a couple times. I'm like, okay, let me just go back, slow my ass down, and just go over this with a fine-tooth comb. And now I think I've got it.
Yeah, I mean, from the looks of what you've
But
got done so far,
Lord
it looks
have
really good.
mercy. And I told Angie, I said, oh, I'm sorry you didn't get notification. I don't know why I didn't do that. But Angie and I are pencil grippers.
Yes.
So imagine you have this great big long
hook. Yes.
and you can't hold, you got all your fabric is here. You see what I'm saying? You got to hold all your fabric here with the hook.
Yes.
And it's next to impossible to do it as a pencil.
As a pencil. No, you have to. And then the hook is heavy too.
It is.
So,
It's long.
To hold, it's long and unwieldy
And
to
it
try to hold
hits
it.
you.
Yep, to try to hold it with 2 fingers is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did not get as ambitious as Mindy did, because her Tunisian crochet project that she's making is absolutely gorgeous. I'm starting with just trying to learn the Tunisian simple stitch.
Yeah.
So I'm also making a cowl, but it's all just simple stitch.
Just simple stitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll get the hang of that and get good at that before I try to graduate to anything.
Well, this is mostly, this is just doing like a little chevron.
Yeah, but that just seems intimidating to me.
That part's not hard. If you find these yarn overs, if you don't miss the yarn overs, because you start with a yarn over, and so you got to make sure you get that one. That's your first stitch. Yeah. Anyhow, I think I've got it. It's not quite even. So here's what's weird. The right hand side where you never crochet into that one really.
Yeah.
Because you always go right to left. You never flip your work.
Right, exactly.
So the right hand side looks so nice and neat and the same all the way. Where my left hand side, where you got to go into the last little loop, looks messy and uneven. And
I have read, or did I read it, or was I watching someone on YouTube that said that that's kind of the inherent nature of Tunisian.
And it curls.
Is that it curls and it looks a little bit slanty.
So yeah, the left edge looks really horrid.
Yes.
And I'm not going to worry about it because you block it first.
Right.
Then you do a border.
Okay.
So the border is going to be very
It's going to even that out or
take care of
hide that. Yeah.
So I'm not worrying about that left side. No more. I'm done. So.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll work itself
out. If it's a little woo woo woo. Okay, well, you're just going to be woo woo.
You're just going to be woo woo.
That's right. And we'll put some border around there and hopefully.
Yeah, but I agree. It's going to turn a pencil gripping crocheter into a knife gripping crocheter in a hurry.
Yeah. So I can pencil grip as I'm doing the pattern across. Don't ask me why. I'm just bunching it all up and I can hold it that way.
Right.
On the return pass, when you're taking
Yes.
the loops off, I'm like, oh
Yes.
no,
You
I'm a total
have
knifer
to.
on the way back.
Yep. Yep.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna change my regular crochet like
I
right
was
now.
thinking about that too when I was working
Mm-mm.
on mine. I was thinking, I wonder if this is going to
No,
change the way I regular
no.
crochet, but I can't envision doing it any different. It's just, I spend so many hours a day crocheting that
Yeah.
it's just second nature to me to
You
pick it up
you
and
won't
hold it
change
this way.
because
Yeah.
I've been switching off. I'm not working on that one a lot. I mean, not continually because
Mm-hmm.
it's more work for me. It's harder.
Yeah.
I got to do more with my fingers and making sure I'm pushing through the right
Yes.
places.
Yep.
And when you're coming through and you're pulling off your 2 loops at a time, it's just trickier.
Yes.
So I go back to just a regular crochet.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like with this crochet along that I'm doing that I just showed you guys that my first little day's worth of work there. Um, I'm already 2 weeks behind on the crochet along, and I don't want to. I want to keep up with this one. I want to be on track with everybody else.
Yeah.
So I'm going to work really hard to catch up this week before Wednesday, before the new section gets released. But I don't think it's so tedious because it's so small that I don't think I'm going to be able to really work on it full time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I'm glad I didn't.
I need to get a piece of paper real quick so I can keep track of my repeats, or else I'm going to lose track. Good. I had a piece of junk mail sitting right there. I just grabbed. Okay, so that was one.
I just forgot if I did 2 together on this row or not.
Uh-oh. See?
So now I'm back and I'm looking and I'm like, is this a 2 together or is this a...
So I did get a birthday cake yesterday.
You did?
Yep, Jeff got me a birthday cake, so I was so happy. And then my mother-in-law made me my favorite peanut butter pie.
Yum.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so good.
I love
She
peanut butter.
uses a graham cracker crust, and then she mixes peanut butter and I think cream cheese and sour cream and sugar and beats it all, whips it all up.
Beats it up.
Beats it up. And then she puts chocolate sauce on top and puts it in the freezer. And it's so good.
I love peanut butter pies.
No, I take that back. Not sour cream. Cream cheese and whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, cream cheese and whipped cream. So I got a new car today.
Uh-huh.
I did, but I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I got our lease was up on my Equinox, so we decided just to buy out the lease. So Jeff took the day off today and went and took care of that. Man, he was gone all morning.
That's your car.
Yeah, I got a new car. That's the same old car I've been driving for 3 years.
3 whole years. Oh,
3 whole years. I know. I don't mind. I have to say though, neither one of us really love that vehicle. But it was so cheap to buy it out compared to buying something different that
this is
economically.
Weird. You got a good deal on buying yours. And my sister's lease is up in February. And she's like, I don't know, maybe let me think. Is she getting a better deal to buy it? Maybe. I don't know. It wasn't a great deal to buy it. And I was like, well, can you just release another one then if you're not getting that good of a deal? And she's like, well, no, because they're really not having any good deals on that either.
No, because interest rates are so high right now.
And all that stuff and
yeah,
anything. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know though.
Because really, Jeff wanted to get a new truck.
Right.
So we were because our other vehicle is our old old Trailblazer. And it's like a 2006. And Jeff's been driving that back and forth to work. So he was going to get a new truck, and then I was going to just drive the Trailblazer because I don't leave the house. I was talking to my friend Jennifer yesterday. She stopped over for my birthday to wish me a happy birthday. And I have left the house exactly 3 times since Christmas.
I'm like, you're talking about not leaving the house, and yet you went shopping with me.
I went shopping with you. I went shopping with Maddie.
You went to your friend's house. You went to the in-laws.
I went to my friend's house when?
I don't know. Didn't you go to?
I was going to go. I ended up not going.
Oh, okay.
That one Friday, I was going to go over there. Yeah, I had planned on going over there. I ended up not going.
You've gone to the in-laws, right?
I went there last night. That was after I talked. So I have left. So as of now, I've left the house 4 times since Christmas.
Okay.
But yesterday when she was here, it had only been 3 times.
Okay. All right then.
Not making up stories, Mindy, I promise.
I'm just like, you've gone places. I know you have.
Yep, 3 places. 1 with you, 1 with Maddie, and 1 with Jeff.
Okay. Because you don't go to the grocery store. You don't.
No, Jeff does all the grocery shopping.
You don't go to the yarn store, your local yarn store there, or?
No.
You're going to though.
I'm going to, yeah.
I know you're going to.
Yes, I'm going to. Mm-hmm. We ended up going, after we went to Joann's was a big disappointment. Yeah. If anybody didn't watch it, I went live when Maddie and I, day before yesterday, went to supposedly the largest Joann's in Michigan. And it was a hugely false advertising. On the interweb, they had pictures of the yarn section of this Joann's, and they were supposed to have this great big huge decorative wall of yarn, and it was like a color coded pyramid of like storage boxes, and they had every single shade of yarn in like it went like in a rainbow.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it looked really, really cool. So that's why I went live, because I wanted to show everybody this cool wall of yarn.
And it wasn't there.
We get there, and there was no wall of yarn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So let me ask you this question: how many aisles of yarn were there?
Oh, there were several aisles of
yarn. How many is several?
There were.
Because I went to one of our Joann's yesterday. I'm just wanting to,
Let me see. There were at least 6.
Okay. That's about 1 more than my Joann's that I was at yesterday. But then they had a bunch of stuff in the middle too.
Right. They had some stuff in the middle too.
And every end they had a lot of yarn.
So I didn't buy any yarn at Joann's whatsoever. And then we left and we went to Michael's because it was in the same shopping plaza. And I was going to get myself some spice cakes because I remember when we went, you and I didn't get any. Mm-hmm. And I was going to get myself some spice cakes.
I want some spice cakes.
Yeah. They had 2 colors, and neither one of them was like the dark blue and gray color, and the other one was like a red and pink color. So neither one really tickled my fancy.
That wasn't really a good Joann's or area.
No, it wasn't. I was very disappointed.
Come back, Angie. Come back. I'll take you to the bigger ones this time.
Okay. All right. I'll come back down. We'll go to the bigger ones.
The ones out in East Lansing, Frandor is what we call it, are larger than the ones that you and I went to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that sometime.
I mean, because it's East Lansing, college town.
College, yeah. It's got more.
They're bigger out there. They're bigger out there.
So then we decided that since we had struck out at the big box stores, Maddie lives about 7 minutes away from Unique Knits, which you and I went to when we did the yarn hop.
It's not that one that was on both sides of the.
Yes, it
It
is
is that one?
Yes,
On both
it is
sides
that
of the little hallway there?
Yep. Yep. And we went there and I was looking specifically, I'm looking for a wool. I'm looking for something very specific. A wool finger weight yarn in like a teal and an aqua in a quantity sufficient enough to make a sweater.
Fingering weight yarn?
Yes.
Sweater?
Yes.
Okay.
So I need quite a bit.
You're probably going to have to order it online.
Right. But I just wanted to like kind of, and it can't be like hand-dyed multicolored. You know what I mean? It has to be a solid color.
Let me look and see what yarn I have for the Melly sweater.
Oh, okay. I did find some at Unique Knits. It's the brand is Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah. It's probably going to be expensive.
Yes, it was. It was about $10 a hank.
Yeah.
Which I mean, but I'm going to need probably, I think I need 14 hanks total. So, you know, that's going to be an expensive sweater.
Hello, Lisa, and Emma is here.
Hi, guys.
You ordered Quarry, the Ripple, Karen Ripple. That's what we're using, right? The Ripple.
Yes, we're using the Karen Ripples. Yep. Yeah. Quarry sounds like it would be pretty colors. Something I would like.
Finish this row, and I'm going to go grab a couple things. I'm going to look at that yarn.
Oh, but then they had the best clearance section. Their little clearance area, Maddie and I cleaned it out. They had Rowan yarn.
At where? At the
Unique Knits. Rowan cotton yarn.
Yeah.
That was regularly like $22 a ball on clearance for $3.74.
Well,
so we cleaned it out.
Well, right. Yeah, this yarn that Melly sent me for this sweater.
Is that fingering weight?
I think it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm doing a waffle stitch and fingering weight.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Now, it's got a hair. It's got a hair in it. You know
okay, I wouldn't mind that.
Okay, let me go find it real quick.
Okay.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. Yeah, Jody. So I did get my cake yesterday, but then I didn't eat any. I feel so terrible. I just wasn't in the mood for cake last night. So Jeff was so sweet and went and got me a cake, and I haven't even had a piece yet. So I'll definitely, I think I'm getting pretty hungry right now. So after the live, I'll go eat some cake. But I couldn't believe that I didn't even eat it after he was so thoughtful and bought me the cake. But I got to choose what I wanted for dinner, and I chose Culver's. Of all things, I decided to go to Culver's. But have you guys ever had their chicken strips? They're mighty delicious. Love their chicken strips, and I love their chocolate peanut butter malts. But of course, I didn't get one of those because I had cake at home, and then I also had the peanut butter pie that my mother-in-law had made for me. So I didn't have that. But other than that, my birthday was pretty low key. It was a pretty nice day. Got 2 big surprises. I got my yarn pack for my Color Lab Crochet-a-Long that I started last night. And then I also got a huge surprise from Sue. Everybody knows Sue Layden. She and Berta kind of went together and did something that was the most thoughtful thing that anybody has ever done for me in my life. Like, it was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever gotten. Are you back?
I'm back. So here's the Melly sweater, right? It's very beautiful.
It is beautiful. Those are exactly the color. That's exactly the color I want.
Okay, well, it's
Well,
very
more of a
beautiful.
turquoise, maybe.
Well, this comes in many colors. So this actually has some other, it's hard to tell, but it has some other colors in here that make this happen.
Okay.
Like a little,
It's like heathered.
sort of. Yeah, sort of. Like there's a little reddish color in it and some
Okay.
darker color, but they just blend together. You don't even notice it. Like when you look at this yarn, you can kind of tell. There's like red and brown in it, kind of, but it's beautiful. It's soft. I mean, look what this thing does. Look at it. You know, it's like, it's soft.
What yarn? What is the yarn?
It's plush. I had to go find another skein because this skein, I don't have the ball band on it. So,
I don't remember what row I'm on. I don't remember if I started with a
see?
decrease or not.
See?
Shoot.
I know,
I
right?
think I did. Yeah, I did.
And then you got to go back and look, and it's hard to figure it out.
It's hard to figure it out. Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. It's beautiful. And this is the yarn.
It is gorgeous.
This is the yarn. Stroll.
Stroll.
Yep. Stroll fingering weight. This is 75% superwash.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
And it's 25% nylon.
Ooh, nice.
It says you can machine wash it and tumble dry it on low.
Nice. That
So
would
you
be
get
awesome.
it at Knit Picks We Crochet.
Oh, at Knit Picks We Crochet.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I'm certain it comes in a bazillion colors.
Thank you. That would be great.
It
I
is
wonder how
lovely, lovely yarn. It is soft, it is squishy, it is pliable, flexible. You saw this sweater, just kind of how it stretches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm certain it comes in a bunch of colors.
Yeah, because I've got a sweater pattern that I really, really
It's super nice.
wanna do.
Super nice.
Okay, so this is gonna be a non-decrease row.
I'm on a non-decrease too. What was the deal about cake?
Jeff was kind and got me a cake, and then I didn't eat any.
Oh, how come?
I had a little bit of an upset belly.
Oh, you just didn't want the cake?
Yeah, I just didn't. I'm gonna have some after we're done with the live because I'm hungry now.
I mean, the cake.
I
the cake's still there. You just didn't eat it on your birthday.
Right, exactly. Well, I told Jeff it was his fault because him and Nate didn't sing to me and put a candle on it.
Oh, well.
And then Nate had some smart ass comment about it wasn't big enough to fit all the candles that I needed.
There you go. So for Dale's birthday, I just got a little 24 pack of mini cupcakes.
Uh-huh.
And my dad, being the smart ass that he is, he's like, so
each cupcake
where's the blowtorch? No, he's like, where's the blowtorch? Oh my gosh. Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
Oh, Brenda's asking about Sue and Berta. I know the story.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the rest of the story about Sue and Berta. So if you guys remember,
I've known the story.
I'm going to make a video about this. This is a really good story.
You're getting a sneak peek, huh?
If you guys remember, back in August, I did a D-stash auction. And I sold a bunch of my DAC paintings, and I sold a bunch of like budget-friendly paintings. And when I was deciding which paintings I wanted to sell, I had Country Ladies from DAC in the pile of ones to sell. Now, Country Ladies was one that I really, really wanted, really, really bad, because it has, all the fluffy hens, and I have chickens, and it was just a super cool chicken coop. But as I was in one of those moods. Do you ever get in one of those moods, Mindy, where you just want to clear everything out? You know what I mean? Where you just want to like clean sweep.
Yeah, well.
I was in a clean sweep kind of mood. So I decided, first of all, it was a square. And at that time, I was really squared out.
And it was huge.
And the second thing is, it is ginormous.
Huge.
The thing is huge. And I thought to myself, I'm probably never going to do this one. I'll just part with it. So I decided that one was going to be one of the ones in my auction. So Berta bought it, but then Berta messaged me and said, send it to Sue. So I packed it up and I shipped it off to Sue. Well, then we started talking. Mindy and I started talking, and Sue and I started talking, and we kept talking about how, I had seller's remorse, and I wish I had it. I loved it so much, and da 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 da. Well, I pulled in the driveway yesterday from getting home from my daughter's house, from Maddie's house, and the mailman was pulling up. And I walk out to the end of my driveway, and he had 2 boxes for me. And one of them was obviously a diamond painting box, like a Diamond Art Club box. So I come in the house, and it was from Sue. And I thought, well, Sue, what did you do? And so I opened it up, and I saw what it was because it was in, I buy the box. And so I called Sue up, and I thanked her so much because she sent it back to me. She sent me back Country Ladies. So I had 2 storage containers that I wasn't using. And I thought, you know what? This is a sign. I'm supposed to do this painting. So I grabbed those storage containers, and I sat down, and I was going to kit it up. And I thought, I'm going to call Sue first and tell her thank you. So I call her up, and somehow it comes out that it was actually, she did it. It was finished in the box. So she actually did the whole thing for me and then sent it back to me. And it is beautiful. And guess what? 98 by 70, Sue says it is. That's the dimensions of it. Guess how long it took Sue, and Sue only single places, okay? Guess how long it took Sue to do a 98 by 70 square diamond painting? I'm going to wait until you guys guess.
I can't guess.
No, you can't guess, Mindy. Okay, nobody's guessing. Maybe I'm. Nobody's guessing. Nobody's even.
No guesses.
No guesses. Okay, so it took. Okay, Dawn says 1 month.
You're close.
You're close. Sue did it in 19 days. 19 days to do a 98 by 70. I was just flabbergasted. Single placed it. I'm just amazed and shocked. And it's gorgeous. It looks so good. I have a sneaking suspicion, Mindy, that I'm not staying on track with my decreases.
Me too. I'm sure you're looking at it right now, and I'm like, what was I just on?
Yeah.
Is this a straight single, or is this is it gonna matter a whole lot?
I think we need to end up with a certain number of stitches.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yes.
How many do we need to end up with?
We should both have. This is weird. We're both gonna end up with 37 when we're done.
Right, because that's gonna be the back of our neck.
I don't remember, and it's hard to tell. This is
I'm on a non-decrease row right now.
That's a decrease. They should look straighter on the edges now, shouldn't they? If it's a
I know, you're right, Brenda. She is an amazing friend and definitely a blessing in my life. I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky to have met. All right, don't you think that a lot, Mindy? Like how many people you've met via YouTube that you never would have had the pleasure of getting to know?
Yes. Absolutely.
I think about that all the time, how lucky I am and how many good friends I've made, that I never would have had the chance to get to know if it weren't for YouTube. You being one of them.
I know. I was going to say that. There's you. There's Sue. Molly's in here. And these are people I've met in person.
Yeah.
And like talked to on the phone and things like that. Yeah.
Jody and Berta and.
I mean, I know. It has enriched our lives.
It definitely has. And I was very lonely, like, because I'm at home and Jeff works and Nate's at school all day and my girls are grown and out of the house, and it's been just a very positive thing in my life.
I think I need to start putting down a dot for every row I do.
I've been only keeping track of my decrease rows, and
I
think that's
know.
where
I
I'm
think
screwing up.
I think a good tip would be maybe you do like
Make it do a
line
one
and a
then
dot,
a line and a dot.
and
Yeah.
just mark each and every row.
Yep.
A line and a dot, and that's a repeat. A line
Yep.
and a
I'm
dot.
gonna do that right now.
A line and a dot.
Put my dots there.
Yeah.
So I'm on.
So right now I'm
all
on
right.
a line row. I'm on a line row. Oh God. Crazy stuff we do.
Oh, yep, that's right. Sue Berta had it sent to Sue because Sue kept saying that she would do it for me, but I wanted to clean house. I did. I was so hell bent that I was going to get my craft room organized, and I thought, I should get rid of some stuff. And
did that help?
No, craft room's still a nightmare.
No.
Craft room's probably even worse.
Right, Molly. It's really hard to tell if you've done a decrease or if you haven't done a decrease, or if you, I don't know. I keep looking and I'm like, is that a decrease row I just did? I don't know.
I know.
I can't really tell.
And then it's hard to tell too when you get to the end of the row. It's hard to tell which stitch is actually the last stitch when you're coming back from a decrease row.
Right?
Yeah. You're like, is that a stitch or is that the chain one spot?
Exactly.
So I hope I end up close.
Well, we'll just have to count when we're done and see how many stitches we have.
Exactly.
And if
now,
you need
how many rows? You're supposed to do 7 rows of this, and I've got to do 9, or 7 repeats of this, and I've got to do 9. Correct?
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm just finishing up my 5th repeat. Or am I? Am I finishing up my 4th repeat? Because did I count the first time as a repeat?
I did not count my first one as a repeat. I know that.
I might have. Gosh darn it. I'm an idiot. Now I'm never going to be able to tell.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. You're just going to keep going until you have enough stitches.
Okay. Yep. That's a good idea.
Yes. Yeah. It might be off a little bit. We're just going to make it work to where we have enough stitches at the.
Yeah.
Now, the only problem we're going to have is that this is going to need to have the same amount of rows as the 2 front panels.
Right. Well, no, because it's a cardigan.
But it does, I think, because the lacy part is going to start at the same point. Right? So if you didn't have the correct number of rows, you're going to have your lacy starting up at your boob. And
you mean rows top to bottom. I thought you meant stitches.
Oh, yeah. No, the rows top to bottom. They'll need to be the same as the front panel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, Melinda? Just fudge it to make it work.
Exactly. That's what we're going to do.
Molly, I don't use a row counter or stitch counter, but Maddie does. Maddie loves her. She has a little app on her phone that does it, and she loves it.
So at this point, a row counter wouldn't help?
Right, because we're doing a repeat
of 2
rows.
2 rows? I mean, you'd have to, you could figure it out, I guess, even number stuff, but I don't know. I just find that my lines and my dots help when I'm doing repeated patterns.
Yeah, see, I wish I would have started with doing a line and a dot because I started just doing a line at the...
Yeah, I didn't either.
And
I didn't for the first few repeats. I did for the last one.
That's what screwed me up, I think. We'll get there, though.
Yes, we will. But now that I'm on the decrease row right now. Yes.
I'm excited when we get to the part of the pattern where we're actually going to be working on the lace stitches.
Yeah. So that is that.
then we're going to get to the part where we'll have lots of homework because
Yeah.
we'll just continue on with the pattern.
You
till we
went
get
by,
to
oh, Jennifer, but yeah, you'd have to look at your tail, where your tail was every time, but that's smart.
oh, because your tail is on the left arm.
Jennifer.
Jennifer's so smart.
Right?
Sometimes I know, isn't it funny? It happens to me an incredibly frequent amount of times. Something that I'm struggling with, and then someone gives me a
It has
solution.
the simplest answer.
And the solution is so simple, you feel like a crippled dumbass. Like, why didn't I think of that?
So, Jennifer, which side should your tail be on for the decrease? Since you already did the work, you got it figured out, right?
Oh, Jody, that's a smart idea because Jody's using a different weight yarn for hers. So she measured it to match the diagram.
Oh, yeah, the inch requirements or whatever.
Heck no, Julie, I'm not undoing it and starting over. I'm more likely to fudge it.
Companion, see, no. You have to put it in, don't you, Molly? You got to like put your stuff in there as you do it or something.
Yeah, she's got to. Well, Maddie does anyways for whatever.
You got to like still input some data or something.
Yeah, she has her phone out all the time, and every time she finishes a row, she has to click.
I'm good with paper and pencil.
Yeah.
I just have to remember to do it. We should have started.
Right.
We did it for the last one.
Yes.
Why didn't we think to do it for this? Because we thought this would be super easy.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, 2-row repeat.
The other one was like a 4-row repeat or whatever.
I thought I can remember every other, no problem. But
right. No, you can't.
Especially not when you're busy talking about other things and telling stories.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of story, no, we're not frogging. No.
No frogs here.
It's always the ultimate. Wait, what's that? Right? A frag was involved. A frog. So I had my therapy today for my knee. Yes. And I got. I've only had this therapist one other time, and I really like.
Is your knee? You said let's say it's a physical therapist for your knee. Yeah. You're not like going to therapy because your knee is depressed.
God, Angie.
Well, just making sure.
No, the physical therapy. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I've had this one therapist one other time, and I like her better than the one I've had more often. Okay. Just because she has tried some different things, and I don't know, I just like her. I like her better. Okay. So anyhow, we go today, and they always want you to do some stupid warm-up thing, like do the hand bike or do this. Or I'm like, okay, I just came from the gym. Do you think I need to warm up? And she's like, oh, I spent 45 minutes. No, we're good. Okay. Let's just jump into it. I'm like, okay, thank you. So we did that. And then, my problem is the inside of my knee is what hurts, but it's because my kneecap is being pulled to the left side by too tight of things on the left.
Okay.
Okay, if that makes sense.
It does.
So we're trying to strengthen everything around my knee. And we're trying to loosen up the left side of the knee so that the right side of the knee won't hurt anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I'm like, how do I get a good stretch over here? So we worked on that. And then I'm like, now what do we do about the pain on the right-hand side? Because that's what's really brought me in here. How's that ever going to go away? She goes, well, let's see what we can do. So she gets me on the table, and she's going to massage and manipulate and play with my knee.
That sounds painful.
It hurt like a mother effer.
Yeah, I bet it did. That sounds extremely painful.
I mean, she's massaging that thing, and she's, oh my God, right? Tell Mindy's knee. How did you feel about your childhood?
Yeah.
Well, it did not like it. It was not a happy camper when I was 20, and this jerk at roller skating practically threw me on the floor. So,
Molly, that's hilarious. Tell Mindy's knee. How did you feel about your childhood?
Right. Yeah. It will tell you. It would tell you.
Mindy's knee says, Do you know how many times this bitch has nicked me when she's shaving?
Yeah, right. Oh, God. So she continues to massage as I'm wincing on the table. I'm like, first of all, when I was doing the exercises, I was like, okay, it popped. And she's like, pop. Okay, pop it. Yep, it's popped several times. Okay, it's just making this little, okay, all right. So she's massaging it on the table, and of course it pops. And I'm like, oh, did you feel that? And she goes, of course I felt that. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, ah. And she goes, yeah, I know. I see where the issue is. She said, I found it. I know what we're dealing with. I'm like, yeah. She goes, so I think there's probably some scarring in here because I can feel some ridges I'm going over, like that scar tissue. And I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
okay, yay. So she keeps doing that for a few minutes as I'm wincing in pain, going, okay. So, she did not even ask me the question afterwards, how's it feel now? Because you know what I was going to say.
Exactly.
No, never move my kneecap, Sue. They will not move my kneecap. Sue's asked me a couple times. No, they're not moving it. So she stopped that. She goes, okay, I'm going to try something. I'm like, okay, all right. Whatever you're going to do now has got to feel better, right? So she's gone for a few minutes and she comes back. She's got a towel. She's got some goo and she's got a mini plunger.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What's she going to do with a mini plunger?
Mm-hmm. I knew exactly what she was going to do with the mini plunger because Devin is a massage therapist. So massage therapy, they do this thing called cupping.
Oh, I've heard of cupping.
Those suction cups.
Yes.
And they put them on your body and they leave them there for a little while and they pull them off and it's a pop and it bruises you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, she's going to cup me with a plunger.
Oh.
And when she came back with that, and I just snickered and I said, I think I know what you're doing. It's like cupping, right? And she goes, well, it is actually, but it's different. Cupping, they leave them on for a certain period of time before they take them off and they don't move them.
And is there heat involved with cupping?
No.
No. Okay.
The plunger, well, no. The plunger moves around. So it's constantly
like
creating
sucking
suction wherever she's moving it to.
Okay, so it's like
yeah, it's just going around. It doesn't make any noise. It's just going around, and it's like okay. So hi, Karen. So
Karen's here.
So what it does, it pulls your skin away from your underlying tissues that are there.
Your myofascial tissue.
Your whatever it is, it's something. I don't know what it is, but it pulls them apart a little because they tend to, in cases where you have injuries or whatever, they'll kind of get stuck together and things don't flow properly and don't work properly. And so that's what it does.
Okay.
Now it was warm because she put, like when you get an ultrasound and they put that gel on. Theirs is very warm.
Did it feel any better afterward?
Well, I don't know if it felt better after that because that wasn't where we stopped.
Oh, okay. We kept going.
We had another technique we were going to try after that one. And that technique was an ice massage.
Oh.
Literally ice. Okay. Oh. So like if you took a cup and you froze ice in it, she's got this big glob of ice. And just massage. She's like, so hang on, I gotta see where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on my 6th. Okay. Well, 5.
How am I so far ahead of you?
I'm on, huh?
How am I so far ahead of you?
How many have you done?
I'm on my 8th.
What the fuck?
I think I might have counted my first one as a repeat. So I think
because you crochet super, super fast.
Yeah.
And I went out and wandered around for a while looking for yarn.
Yeah, you did.
So anyhow, she said it'll get really cold. It'll be cold. Then it's going to burn. And then it'll just be uncomfortable. And then it'll be numb. I'm like, well, this sounds like fun. So, I mean, I really only felt the cold. I felt warmth, which is weird as she's massaging this ice all over my knee. I felt warmth, not burning. And then she touches it and she's like, can you feel that? I'm like, well, not really. I mean, I could tell you're touching me, but it's numb. And she said that should help. It helps with the swelling. It's a very deep icing into your knee to take swelling out and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, well, all right, that was fun. Thank you very much. It was just like one thing after the next today.
But yeah, she was really giving you the treatment today.
I know. But the funny thing was when she was massaging my knee by hand and I was getting all that pain and the cupping, there was pain with the plunger thing. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
There was some pain with that. I could feel that for sure. When she started the ice, I was just like, oh, I don't feel that really, other than the cold rubbing
Right.
my leg.
Right.
Very interesting.
That's
So
funny.
then I come home, my knee's all red.
Mm-hmm.
It's numb, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
Good thing you went and worked out first. You probably wouldn't have been able to
No
if you had
kidding,
gone
right?
afterwards. Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't any pain. So, I mean, it's numb. I can't feel anything.
Can't feel anything. Isn't that an amazing feeling, though? Like when you have pain that's so consistent, when that pain finally goes away, how, like, what a relief that is.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like, oh, this is what it used to be like to
Yeah.
not have pain.
Well, yeah. I don't ever really get that, though.
Oh, it never really totally goes away.
No, it never really goes away. Mm-mm. Yeah, Devin should come to the retreat and give people massages.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, she's got
I
it.
will pay her all the monies. I'll pay her all the
Right?
monies too, Molly.
I mean,
Definitely.
she's got a table. She's got all of the tools. She's got.
She could just do like the chair massages. You know what I mean? So people don't have to get.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
would be awesome.
She's got her whole table and everything, but.
I would love a hand massage.
Oh, on your
hand? My hands get crampy from crocheting.
Yeah,
and
you abuse your hands without. You're gonna get carpal tunnel or something.
Well, you know, the strangest thing has been happening. I've got to go to my doctor. I was talking to Jody about it a little bit last week. For the past probably 2 weeks, my left hand, my fingers are like pins and needles on my fingers of my left hand. So I don't know if it's from, fatigue from crocheting or if I've got carpal tunnel or what's going on. But yeah, it's been annoying. It sucks getting older.
I know, right?
It really does.
It does, totally. So I've been joking about my brain tumor. I got a brain tumor.
Yeah, you don't. It's not a tumor.
I don't. I've been told by multiple people now I don't have a brain tumor. It's just my neck is so tight and my muscles are so tight on my neck and my shoulder, and those are all attached to things up in your head. So
yes,
my hairdresser of all people taught me some things to do for that.
Oh, cool.
Because she is a certified natural medicine person.
Okay.
Went to school, all these classes and all that stuff. And so she showed me some things to do, and I've been doing them, and I'm like, well, I'll be damned if it doesn't feel better. Now, would I say it's perfect? No, not perfect, but better? Absolutely. So are you done?
I'm just getting ready to start my, what I think is my 9th non-decrease row, but I need to count my stitches.
Oh, so yeah. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna finish up this one. I'm gonna count and see if I'm anywhere near close.
Yeah. So talk amongst yourself, and I'm gonna count this round.
Oh,
so if
I count to 37.
Yeah, Brenda. Maybe I do have a pinched nerve in my back. Yeah.
You
I don't ever go to a chiropractor. Maybe I should try that.
Oh, your hand is good now. That's awesome. Awesome. You're on what? Methocarbamol Robaxin. I'm taking Celebrex currently for my knee. I don't know how much that's helping, but I don't know. They ask me all the time, how's it feeling with the medication? And I'm like, well, it still hurts. I mean, it still hurts. I told her today, though, that the pain that was going up my thigh and down my calf is better. or maybe the actual right at the knee just hurts worse, so I don't notice the other pain. I don't know. But she seemed to feel that, well, we're narrowing it down. We're getting down to the root of the problem where the real pain issue is. I'm like, okay, we'll go with that. Now we need to fix that. Fix it. It seems like a lot more than 37 stitches as I'm crocheting them. You know what I mean? Angie's like, I can't talk to you. I'm still counting. Oh, maybe she's not counting. Maybe she is counting. Counting as she crochets?
I am counting.
You are.
I was counting while I crocheted.
I got you. Which I'm going to crochet and then count.
And I've got a heck of a problem.
Uh-oh. Are you way off?
I'm pretty off.
How far off?
7 stitches off.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I have 7. I have 30.
Oh,
stitches.
You're way short.
Yeah, I'm way short. I have 30
Why are you way
stitches
short?
I don't know. And I know that I didn't do too many rows. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to do the big count now.
Okay, you count.
I'm going to do the big count. Okay.
A neurologist can also assess if the bone nerve related and what's causing it and advise treatment. My neurologist is worth his weight in gold. Yeah. You know, finding a great doctor is 90% of the battle, I think. What are you laughing about?
Mine's perfect.
Oh, you know what? Poop on you.
When does that ever happen, Angie? When does it happen for me?
Mine's not perfect, so I'm not sure what I should do.
I'm perfect.
I'm not perfect. I'm not sure what I should do. I should have 37 stitches and I only have 30.
Okay, how many rows do you have?
Okay, good idea. Let's compare rows. I have.
How many rows are hard to count on this?
They are a little difficult to count.
How do you count the rows? Is each little bobble 2 rows?
Each bobble is 2 rows, yes.
Okay, so like that's
Yes, Julie, you're right. You did say start back over. You're right. I should have done it. Yep, I should have. That's what happens when
How many rows did you get?
Well, I either have 44 or 45. I'm not sure.
I got 47.
Oh! All right, maybe let me try that again.
But look at how, I mean, if each little bobble is 2 rows, you know what I mean? Look at how narrow yours is at the top.
I know, because it's only 30 stitches.
Yeah. I mean, mine curls.
Yeah.
Mine curls.
I'm going to have, you know what, I'm going to have to start over. I'm going to have to go back and start over. I'm going to have to take Julie's advice. Should have heeded it. I should have heeded her advice.
I mean, here's what mine looks like.
Long time ago.
Okay, look how curvy yours. I can't point to yours.
Yeah, right here.
Right where your pencil's at. See your pencil eraser?
It's curling.
And see how curvy it is.
Oh, curvy.
Like right where your hand is.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it like curved way in and got like drastically.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's where
okay, so what are the measurements? That's what Jennifer said. What are the measurements supposed to be?
Oh, good idea. What are
there's a measure thing here.
Oh, good idea. Let me go grab my
I'm gonna get a tape measure too and see how mine did.
Yeah.
Mine's curly too, Jennifer. You see it curling, right? The edges curl. God, I feel like I'm working on my Tunisian crochet.
All right, let me do some, because really measurement is going to matter more than anything. So I need 8 1/4 up here. And oh yeah, I'm way narrow.
Yeah, you are. Yours just looks really.
way.
You're gonna
yeah.
choke yourself in yours.
Yes. Yes. Yep,
Okay,
I'm gonna have
so
to totally start over.
for the extra large, it's supposed to be that's small, medium, large. It's supposed to be 8 3/4
3/4. Yeah.
across the top. That's inches.
Yes.
That's inches. 8 3/4 across the top. Let's see how I'm doing. Okay. We'll. Oh, holy crap!
See, I'm perfect at the bottom. I just screwed up in my decrease rows.
You did. I'm 8 3/4.
Yep, I'm perfect at the bottom.
Okay, and then the bottom's supposed to be 20. Am I at 27? Wait, small, medium. No, 23 3/4. 23.
And from top to bottom, I'm supposed to be.
And that's all this little tabby thing at the end too.
Oh yeah, top to bottom, I'm supposed to be 9, and I'm not.
I'm a little short at the bottom, but I'm not too worried.
Yeah,
about
I'm
that.
only. I'm not tall enough.
And my height. Yeah, you decreased too fast and not enough rows or something.
Yeah, you're right, Molly. My pyramid's totally wonky. I didn't decrease it right.
Nope, you didn't.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and then the height is supposed to be small, 9. My height is 9.
Yours is supposed to be 9.5.
No, I'm not.
Aren't
You're
you?
too big, aren't you? Small, medium, large, extra large, 9. Wait, why is there different?
Because one doesn't include the tabby.
9.5.
Yeah, you're supposed to be 9.5.
Extra small, small, medium, large, extra. No, 9.
I'm looking at it with the colors, and my color is lime green, and it's supposed to be 9. Your color is teal.
9.5 down to the tab.
Down pat right from top
9 to not the tab. I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not quite long enough. I'm 9. But I'm perfect stitch wise at the neck.
Yeah, I would stick with what you've got.
Mine's close enough.
Yeah, I would.
It is the back, Molly, of our sweater.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fasten off. If your measurements and stitch counts are right, fasten off.
I'm fastening mine off, except I don't have scissors, of course.
I am not, because I'm gonna frog.
You're gonna take yours out,
and I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna have to redo it.
Yeah, we're making a
We're gonna
sweater
start
here.
now. Now we're gonna start with the left front section.
So I'm gonna finish mine off here.
Yep. So I'm just gonna set mine to the side, and since we're starting with a whole nother part that's not gonna be attached to,
you can start
I'm
over.
working on,
You can start that one.
I can just start over with a new skein of yarn.
So look,
Yep.
here's my
frogging.
Here's my sweater. You can't see it. Never mind. Oh boy. Okay.
That part we were just working on, Molly, was the back.
Yep, that's the back of our sweater.
Yeah.
There it is. Here's the back of my sweater. It's just the top of the sweater.
Just the top back. Yeah.
The top of the back.
We're gonna add like a motif onto
Top of the back. All right.
I hate that, you know what? This yarn has so much yarn barf with it.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you. I'm
Right?
not so happy for myself because it means I have a lot of work to do, but
that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I hate, there's nothing more frustrating than doing something and then having to redo it.
I know.
Especially, like I said, with those squares that I made in the past 24 hours, I've made 8 squares, but I only have 3 to show for it.
Angie?
Yeah.
Let me just say before you go any farther and start making your front panel, it's the other hook.
It says with larger hook. Left front with larger hook, which is the 5mm.
Oh, is this the larger? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, we didn't go to the small. We do the smaller hook's going to be for the lacy then.
For the lace part, probably, yeah.
Okay, I saw it said with larger hook, and I'm like, oh, are we switching hooks? We're switching hooks.
Right, Molly. Yeah, I can hide that. I can hide that wonky part into the sleeves, but it's into the seams definitely. But the it's not big enough. I'm 7 stitches short at the top of the pyramid,
Yeah,
so it's not going to be wide enough for the back of my neck.
No, your whole neck.
So I'm going to have to. I missed. I did some bad decreases. I decreased.
Had some bad wooju going on there with my decreases.
I might actually, since this is because I was short all the way around. My measurements were short all the way around. And Molly, I'm with you. Gauge is the bane of my existence as well. I have a really hard time meeting gauge on projects.
Yeah.
So I'm wrong in I'm small in all my measurements of what they're supposed to be. So I actually think I'm going to go grab a bigger hook. I think I'm going to go up a hook size. And I'll redo that back panel with a bigger hook size. So
what are you going to do with the fronts then?
What?
What are you going to do with the fronts then?
I'm going to grab a bigger hook. I'm going to do a bigger hook size right now. I'm going to change hook size for the whole project.
Okay.
Yeah, because even though I was 7 stitches short at the top there, I was also, my measurements were incorrect. My measurements were too small all around, so I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision there. And I need a 5.5 millimeter hook. Boy, that seems a heck of a lot bigger. Look at that difference. They're both Susan Bates hooks. So, but look at how big of a difference that is from a 5 to a 5.5. Doesn't that seem extreme?
Yeah.
I wonder if I have a 525. I probably do somewhere. Okay, Mindy, what are we doing to start this out?
Chaining.
What are we chaining?
45, 46, 47.
You're trying to get a head start, you sneaky Pete.
I think I do 51. Let me see. So small, medium, large, extra large. You're doing 47. I'm doing 51.
Okay. Yeah, Molly, you're right. I do kind of tend to crochet on the tight side.
So that's weird though, because the thing your blanket you just started, you're going down hook sizes because you're too big on that.
You know what though? But hold on a second because I'm counting.
I know.
With that blanket, I'm in the Facebook group for the Crochet-a-Long for that blanket, and everybody has been measuring over gauge. So it sounds like it might almost be like a pattern flaw. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like everybody's been too big.
Yeah. Okay. So that's not your fault.
No, I don't think that one's my fault. Okay. I got to count. I got to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. I can talk though. Yeah, Mal, you missed it. I'm working on a Tunisian crochet cowl, and I've torn that thing out 5 or 6 times before I finally think I've got it right. And doing the Tunisian is a whole different breed of animal. Changed a lot of things in how I crochet to do that. Bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And they had us do, or she had us do one of the things that I hate doing, and I just didn't do it. I just refused to do it. And that is after you do your chain row and you come back and you're doing your first, your foundation row or whatever, putting your single crochets in or whatever, do them in the back bump.
Oh, I hate that. I never do the back bump.
I am not back bumping. I am not And especially when I'm trying to learn how to do Tunisian crochet with this big long ass hook, I'm not doing it.
Now
And I'm not doing it now because
We're
you're
just
going to
single
go,
crocheting, right?
yep, start with your second one from the hook and single crochet all the way across. And if you want to go in your back bump, you feel free.
And I will not be making that choice.
Me neither. I mean, it's supposed to do what? Lay nicer, make a nicer edge.
Yes.
Makes a nicer
But we're gonna
edge.
be seaming this anyway,
So
so
who
you're not gonna see
cares? Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that cowl gets a border all the way around it. So who cares?
Who cares?
If it's made a nicer, prettier, cleaner edge. I don't care.
Boy, this hook seems huge.
Did you only go up one size?
Oh, you know what? Boy, it's a good thing I took a second look. It's a 6.5 millimeter. My heavens.
Angie.
I thought it seemed huge.
That
5 looked like a 6.
Angie's having a Mindy day.
I am. I'm having a day, I tell ya. Okay, where is my 5.5?
Oh boy.
I thought my 5.5 was actually pink. I didn't think it was green. Goodness. I'm having a Mindy day. That's exactly
you are
what's
right.
happening.
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't get too far with that.
Right, exactly.
I would have had a sweater that would fit a...
Knitting and Crochet had a baby. They had a baby, and I don't know what happened to the baby. It went crazy. Tunisian is just, it's way different.
Oh, Jennifer, you are a back bumper? I give you
How did you do a class with her, Linda? What? That's whose pattern I'm using, of course. Tony is like the Tunisian crochet guru, queen of the world, but this one looked like the simplest. She's doing a thing this month too. She's having a Tony Crochet-a-Long thing. You just have to be working on one of her patterns. That's why I posted some pictures on Instagram you guys may have seen, but how did you do a class with her?
My yarn keeps splitting.
Jennifer, you're a back bumper. Well, good, Jennifer, more power to you. Be a back bumper. I cannot fiddle with those. It just messes with me too much. I'm like, no. Messes with me too much. Now, is this last little thing here a chain or is it a knot? Or do I go in that one? I have a feeling I go in that one. But I'm just going to test myself. I'm going to count them and make sure. I'm going to count my stitches and make sure I'm still correct. I should have 50 stitches. Okay, let's see if I do. Let's see. What does this guy do? You count?
There we go. Now I'm back. New rules on YouTube only allowed you 3 emojis, no more. Otherwise, the person whose channel gets a strike.
What?
Is that true?
New rules on YouTube. You're only allowed 3 emojis.
Huh? Otherwise, the person whose channel it is gets a strike.
What are you talking about, Julie?
Because how could you have any control over that?
Emojis where?
Because people can put emojis in the comments.
3 emojis anymore. You get it. What? Oh, you did it on Facebook? That would have been cool to actually do a class with her. She is amazing, right?
Now, what is her name, Mindy?
Tony. She's TL Yarn Crafts.
Oh, TL. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've never ever heard anything about emojis and strikes.
No, I haven't either. In fact, I was just in YouTube Studio today doing some stuff, and I didn't see any announcements.
No. And Melinda, you're doing a Expression Fiber Arts pattern. I made a hat of hers. I've worked on part of a blanket. That was last year's Crochet-a-Long was a blanket. And she's actually doing another Crochet-a-Long this year, which is not quite sure what. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. So it's like a shawl blankie. I don't know. I haven't started it yet because I don't have my yarn.
I have another Crochet-a-Long I want to do.
Of course you do.
Well,
of course.
we talked about it last night. It's that one I showed you last night.
Yeah,
I want to do
I
that
know.
blankie.
Yeah.
I have to stop choosing such ginormous projects.
Right?
What I need to do.
So guess what you do for your next row, Angie?
You were going to single crochet.
Again, yeah. Just another row of singles. Mm-hmm.
So the second row is just another row of singles.
I know, and you get me all excited about things.
I know.
And I want to go do them, and then I'm like with this thing you're doing right now. I'm glad I didn't do it.
Oh, the Color Lab one?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's, I was telling Mindy, it's not the most beautiful pattern I've ever seen. It's not the most beautiful blanket I have ever seen, but it's the challenge of using 80 different colors to me in one single blanket that is like so cool. I just can't pass up a good challenge. Cannot pass up a good challenge. What do you have going on for the weekend, Mindy?
Nothing, I hope.
Is your dad still garage sailing, or has he cooled his jets on that for a while?
Well, no, he is selling some stuff on Facebook now.
Oh, okay.
So he had some guy come to his house one night at like 10:30 at night to buy something from him.
Well, that sounds safe.
Uh-huh. And I'm the only one of us.
Your elderly dad who lives alone.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm the only one of us
safe.
3 kids who didn't like ball him out for that or question him on it. And you know why I didn't?
Why?
Well, A, I knew they would. And B, anytime I say something to him about something he's done that he doesn't want to hear, he just gets mad at me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna bother.
Just not gonna
you
go
live
there.
To be almost 87 years old, dude. I don't know. You're on your own there. Sometimes I just shake my head. I'm like, okay. Oh, get this though. There's I don't know if I mentioned this. There's a senior center in their town, and they do a luncheon on Wednesdays.
Okay.
All the old retired people go, and they can have lunch and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've said I don't want to go to it. I have no desire to go to it. My sister has been the one that's kind of been enforcing his social calendar.
Okay.
And taking him every Wednesday that she can, if she's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's gone several times. He won't go without her though, which is interesting.
Oh, he won't go on his own?
No, he won't go on his own.
Why?
I don't know. He won't go on his own though, only if she takes him. And he's been meeting people and talking to some people. So he met some woman.
I was just going to ask, did he meet a girlfriend?
He met a woman, and she, God, it's almost, we started at 2:30. That's right. We started a half hour late. I'm like, we're going really late here. And she went to the same high school that he went to.
Oh, okay.
And so they've chit-chatted a few times, and she was talking about how she's lost 2 husbands. 2 husbands have died. And so they just chit-chat and whatnot. That's what he's told me. That's the story he's told me. So I talked to my brother yesterday, and my brother is like, yeah, this woman that he's met, he told this lady, yeah, well, my kids would like me to meet a lady friend. I'm like, what?
What? Have you ever expressed to him that you would like him to meet a lady friend?
No. Who's ever said that? I've never said that. Right?
Oh my goodness.
Not at all. Okay, Julie, here's what I would say to you about that. I don't know who told you that at a crafting show, but a lot of times people say stuff, they have no clue what they're talking about. I'm just going to say that. I cannot imagine YouTube's going to try mandating how much people can use emojis.
I don't think there's any way to enforce
No.
that in chat.
And if there was some rule out there about something odd, Angie and I would have heard about it through our YouTube information. They send us things all the time.
Yeah. They send like a notification
So
if something has
I'm
changed.
not personally going to worry about it. How's
Yeah.
that sound?
No, I'm not going to worry about it either.
Yeah, maybe that was it. But he told my brother that, and I was like, we've never said anything about
Has anybody else in the family?
I don't believe so.
I mean, it's been awfully recent that your mother has passed. It's not as if your
Right.
dad's been alone for
Right.
years.
Well, it's been like, what, 7 months or so? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
That's hilarious.
I know, right? So that cracked me up. I was just like, okay. And I would tell him this if it came up. I'd be like, well, you can talk to all the women you want, you know, and you can, even if you wanted to go do something, you could. Just, you're never marrying one and they're never moving in with you.
Exactly.
So you're not having a woman move in and you're never getting married. So,
you know, my grandmother, my grandfather on my mom's side, my grandfather passed away and fairly young. And my grandmother was on her own for a very long time. And then very late in life, she met a man and got married. And he moved into her house that she owned, you know. And then she passed away before he did. And then my mom and her siblings didn't end up with anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ended up with the house. He ended up with all of her inheritance. Because my grandpa, when he had passed, he had quite a bit of, he worked for Gray Iron Foundry, which was like a GM plant, a General Motors plant.
I've heard of Gray Iron.
Yeah, they had, you know, they had a decent amount of money. And so, yeah, it's hard because when your folks get older like that, you know, I think they get desperate to not be alone, but they do so at the peril of their children's, you know, what should end up being their children's.
Yeah.
That's my opinion anyway.
Right.
I mean,
I know.
take it or leave it.
So I have a quick question for you. You're at the end of that.
I'm at the end of my first 2 rows here, and I'm just going to take a quick measurement and see where I'm, just see, because since I went up a size.
So my question to you is, when you start this next one, it's slip stitch 3 times. So you got to do that very, very first one, right? Yeah. Yeah. You got to slip stitch into that first one, and then the next one, and the next one.
So I've got a question for you. What measurement am I taking right now? What am I using to measure?
Oh, like which diagram or
which diagram is it?
Let's see.
Because they're not labeled.
You're making the front panel. You're right. I don't know.
So I don't know. Would it be that one to the left there?
The little one?
The little one? I can't imagine that it would be.
I don't know. It almost looks like a sleeve.
It does.
Right? That one looks like a sleeve.
Yeah, and then I think these are just the back. Well, let me see how long it is. It should be roughly half the width of the...
But it can't be, because our back, like my back, I did small, medium. I did 100. Wait, maybe that's true. 102. Yeah. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
So if my front is supposed to be, or my back is supposed to be 21 and a half, that means that my front should be roughly 10 3/4.
There you go.
And it is a little over 11.
So you're a little bit bigger.
Now I'm a little bit big, but I was way small. I'd rather be a little bit big than way small.
Right. And what should mine be then? Mine should be...
Yours should be, well, you were supposed to be 23 3/4, so you should be about 11 and 5/8, 11 and 7/8.
What do I got going on here? I'm sorry, my phone's ringing now. And look, it's already curled over. Look, it's already flipped over on me. This is just some spam person. Okay, what did you just tell me my number was? I'm sorry.
11, like 11 and 7/8.
11. I don't know how to do 7/8. What are you doing?
Well, almost 12. Almost 12.
I'm over 12. All right, well, it's bending so much. It's kind of hard to.
You know what? Are
What?
we way wrong? Because how did you come up with that should be our that diagram was the back? Because look at the bottom one. The bottom one shows 48 inches. Oh, I know what we're gonna do.
The back goes all the way around.
That one goes all the way around.
Yeah, that one, that's the lacy one. See, the wavy edges are the lacy pieces.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think that's right. I think that's
Yep. You're right, Molly. When people pass away, that's when true colors are shown of personalities. You really
he doesn't want no woman. He does not want a woman, Sue. He already had a woman. I want another one.
Jeff always says that if I pass away before him, he'll be alone forever because he can barely deal with me.
Right?
I can't imagine having to
My
deal
dad
with
just
one.
likes to run his mouth to everybody. He likes to have people to talk to. And if he doesn't have somebody to talk to, then he's like, he's crazy. He just loves to talk about stuff.
Well, it's good that he's going to those luncheons, though. But he should just go without. If your sister is busy, he should just go on his own.
So that's my thought: is how bad does he actually want to go if he won't go without her?
Right.
He doesn't want to go that bad, right? Do we have a full back and two? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Molly.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, the two tags out on the edges, right? That's true too. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So my tabs, I'm slip stitching 3 times.
Yeah, you slip stitch 3 times.
And then single crochet.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't know. I didn't get that far. Slip stitch into the next 3. Single crochets, chain 1. Why do we chain 1 there?
Okay, chain 1.
Why do we? Oh, because now we're going to do single crochets. That's why we chain 1.
Slip stitch into the next 3, chain 1, and then single crochet into the same space as your last slip stitch.
Oh, we got to put a single crochet in that one.
Yep. And then single crochet in each single crochet
until the
end of the row. So we're not going to do this at both sides, just on one side.
1 single crochet in the same as the last, 1 single crochet in each one. Yeah. So we're making our little tabby again. Oh, what am I doing? I did 1 single crochet and I'm off to do a double in the next one.
Oh.
I'm like, what? When did I have all these loops on my hook? What am I doing?
So yeah, when you're working with a wearable, it's really important that you, number 1, meet gauge. So this is.
And what didn't we do, Angie? What didn't we do?
We did not do a gauge swatch.
No, we did not.
Which we even announced that we weren't going to do a gauge swatch.
And here's where we are.
And here's where I am with not doing a gauge swatch.
Right.
I have to completely redo my back panel.
Yep.
So I would suggest doing a gauge swatch if the Now, sometimes patterns will tell you that gauge is not important, like in blankets, for example.
Yeah.
But if it tells you to do a gauge swatch, you should probably do a gauge swatch.
You should probably do one. Save you a little time and headache.
Yep.
And
Yep.
So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. How late are we going to go, Mindy?
I don't know. I was just thinking, has this been an hour and a half?
It has.
Look, nobody's leaving us though. They're still here.
Everybody's still hanging out.
They're still here, Angie. They're still here.
You know what? We're going to stay on until the sweater's done, everybody. It's going to be a marathon.
That would be interesting. Do some like 24-hour crochet along.
It would be, wouldn't it?
So we finish something.
Yeah, maybe we could do it with the shawl.
We might, maybe, I don't know. No, because I can't sit and crochet that long.
I can't.
You
I
can. I can't.
can.
I can't sit and do any one project that long. My local yarn shop, you know, that little shop we go to,
Yeah.
she's having a thing. She's having a finished object February.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's got a bingo card and stuff. You should go get it. Anybody could get it. Seriously. It's the
Oh, I
Yarn
should do
Garden, and you can
Yeah.
download her little bingo card. And for 5 squares completed, you get to turn in your bingo card.
Oh, I'm going to check it out.
We don't have to have a tab on both ends of this one.
No, not on.
We go all the way to the end for this.
Yes, you're right, Molly. Boring but necessary. Yup.
Hi, Anita.
Oh, hello, Anita. Nice to see you. All right. Now we're just going to keep working our single crochets back and forth?
I have no idea what we're doing now.
Okay, I'll get my pattern back up.
Where are we now? Let me see. Hang on, I got it. So we just did our slip stitch.
Oh, no, we're going to start decreasing right away.
Not yet. We got to do another row of singles, don't we?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. One more row.
We got to chain one and do a full row of singles without a tab.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and we do the first stitch as well. Yes. Jeez.
Well, I don't like the way this looks with this bigger hook. This yarn is too fine for this big of a hook.
Oh, no.
I don't like the way it looks.
Angie's gonna be redoing this whole.
I am. I'm gonna redo this again because I'm not like it. Because look at. Let me just show you.
And you only
look
went
at how
up.
that looks. Do you see how open it is?
Yeah.
And look at how this panel looks. This looks like a shirt you could wear.
And you only went up one.
I went up a half a hook, one hook. Went from a 5 to a 5.5.
You just made me laugh when you said that. This panel looks like something you could wear.
Right.
Well, aren't you going to wear both of them?
Well, I would like to, yes. I would like to.
But I won't wear this one.
Oh, Molly, you have no local yarn stores? That sucks.
I know, that's what she was saying. They all closed.
Oh, yep, you'll have to come and do yarn crawls with us.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely.
I don't know if there's any around the Ohio retreat area when we go or not.
There is a yarn store that is 2 hours and 3 minutes from Maddie's house in Detroit, in Ohio, that I desperately want to go to. I'll send you the link.
2 hours from Maddie's into Ohio. So where does that take you to?
It's like around Sandusky.
Oh, yeah, we're not going that way for the retreat.
No, we're not for the retreat. But we should look and see if there are any near the
That's what I was
area.
thinking. Is there anything around there? Or maybe over by what, Toledo?
Yeah, Toledo area.
Yeah, it would seem like there would be something there.
I bet there would be.
Because that's only about 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't drive it last time, but I think that's what. You miss seeing us.
We've been here.
Oh, I miss seeing. Sorry, Linda said I miss seeing what pattern you used.
Oh, it's called the Patton's cardigan.
Hang on, it's right here.
It's just called Patton's
Crochet Cardigan. You find it on Yarnspirations.
Yep.
Or you can find it with Mikey on the Crochet Crowd. He has a tutorial.
Oh, he does.
He does. He does. Yes. Yes, mammy.
I did not know that.
So now we stop right here and leave our tab.
And leave our little tab.
Tab.
And now
Now we do decreases. So let's see. Now we need to talk.
Molly, we're using True Blue from Lion brand. It's a 100% rayon from bamboo.
Okay. So the next part, oh, we skipped that section.
Yep.
Excuse
We're
me.
not doing a 4 or 5 XL.
We skipped the 2 to 3, 4 to 5. We're skipping that one. Okay.
Yep.
So we're going down to this one here, where
And
this is, we're on our right side. We're on our right side.
We're going to
Are we on our right
one,
side of our work?
then we are going to single crochet 2 together and then go to the end of the row and turn.
Yeah.
So we're
my
only
question
going to
is,
decrease. We're only going to decrease at the beginning of the row, not at the end of the row.
Okay, so here's my question: is how much of this do we want to have for our homework? Although you've got a lot of homework.
I have a ton of homework, but no, we can do as much homework as we want.
So
yeah, how much homework do we want?
The first row we decrease at the beginning, not at the end. And then we single crochet, and then we decrease. You're going to decrease on the same.
Why don't we get the left front panel done to? Why don't we do up until shaped neck?
How many rows is that?
It is
1, 2, 3, 4. But then we got to do those 4
repeats. So it's
I got to do them 6 times.
It's like 30 rows or 40 rows, but it's not a very wide piece.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
20. For you, it'd be 24 rows.
Huh?
24 rows isn't that many.
Hang on. I gotta do 6 repeats of 4.
Which is 24.
24 plus the original 4 is 28.
You can do 28 rows in a week.
Is that our shape neck part?
Oh no, then we gotta do.
Then we gotta do some other stuff.
2 rows 2 times. So then that's 4 more rows. That would be 32 rows.
No. You got to repeat that 8 or 5 times.
34 rows.
They're adding up.
No, you're only repeating it twice. I got to repeat it 5 times. You only have to repeat it twice.
Because it's extra small, small, medium, small,
large,
medium, large. I do it too. You're right, twice.
Yep.
So that's
34 rows.
6 rows for me.
Yep.
For that
section.
section.
Put you at 34 rows.
We can do that.
Let's do that. So everybody work up and
that will get us up to the neck.
Where it says shaped neck.
We're going to the neck, man. Going to the neck.
Go all the way to the neck. All the way to the neck.
Yep. So my numbers here, I'm just going to highlight mine. This one, I need to do this small, medium, large. I need to do this 6 times. And at that point, I should have 26 stitches. I need to repeat it 6 times, not do it 6 times.
Right.
Do it 7 times.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then up here, I'm going to repeat this 2 rows twice. And that will give me 23 stitches. And that gets us to the shaped neck.
Yes.
Whoa, Okay, what did I miss in the chat here? 7-hour drive. Yeah. Go with a small size with the bamboo rayon yarn. There you go. It will sag.
You know what? I was just thinking that, Molly. I was thinking that's why I kind of stopped working on this. I'm going to take this out. I'm going back to that 5mm hook.
Yep, all of our spots are filled for the retreat. Filled and overfilled and overflowed.
Yeah, there's quite a wait list.
Mm-hmm. Like 30.
Yeah.
Yep, it's crazy.
It is. Everybody wants to come. We should have more retreats.
Right? We should. Yeah. That's a good idea, Angie.
It is a great idea. I wonder who thought of that.
I don't know. But yeah.
All right, so everybody's got their marching orders.
Got your homework? Got your homework.
Everybody's got their marching orders, and
So
we
this
know
is
what
going to
to
be
do.
interesting. This will just decrease on this one end every time.
Yep.
Because I'm ready to do my decrease. No, I don't decrease here. You decrease at this end over here.
And I'm kind of happy that I'm going to go back to that 5mm hook, because that means I only need to take this out to the point where I started going crazy with my decreases.
And then you'll have to figure out how many rows you're on there.
Yes, I'll have to count.
What row are you on?
Yep,
I'll
have to
your
figure out
rows.
what row I'm on. It's going to take some calculating, but I think that the time it will take me to recalculate is going to be less than the time it would take me to completely redo it.
Anita, you could do it. If you know how to crochet, basic crochet, you could do it.
Oh yeah, Anita, you
know
what?
With us, we screw up stuff all the time.
We're making it sound way more complicated than it really is.
Right.
We screw up all the time.
Right.
And we're still doing it.
And Anita, I didn't screw up this time. I'm on track. See, look what I did, Anita. See, we did this.
Did. This girl screwed up.
So this is what this piece is supposed to look like. This is our back. So we started way down here, and then we've decreased, and this is our neck up here. Our sleeves are going to come in here. And right now we flipped it over, and now we're working on the front panels. It's really not that complicated. It's really pretty easy. It's pretty cool. But you could do it. You could do it. See, look at Jennifer. She's like, it's the first time that I have done something like this, right?
Yeah. This is the first time I have done something. I've made a lot of wearables, but this is my first pattern where I'm ever doing this kind of sleeve construction with the decreases, with the angular join. I've never done a sleeve construction with an angular join. Usually if I have something that's angular in the sleeve area, it's a raglan style, which means that you're doing it around in, you know what I mean? You're not doing it in pieces. I've never done one in pieces that has angular sleeves. So.
Oh, okay. Yours just kind of went out, like the sleeves went out from the body.
Well, if you're doing it, if you're doing it in panels, then you're just making a rectangular panel and your front and back, and then your sleeves just go out from it. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're doing a raglan style,
we're going like this.
You're going like this, and like
we're going like this.
Can't even see me. If you do a raglan style, you start with a square, and what you do is you have so many stitches right here, and then in the corner you'd have like a stitch chain two and another stitch in the same stitch there, and you do that in all your corners, and then as you go out, you're increasing, so it's making it bigger from there. And then once you get the yoke done to where it's at your armpit line, then you connect the, in fact, I have something right here I can show you. Hold on. This is just a little baby sweater I'm doing for Jody's new granddaughter.
Jody, you're gonna
Yes, Jody has a new granddaughter.
I saw that.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yes,
she's a
very
gorgeous
pretty.
baby. Gorgeous baby.
Yeah.
So
congratulations.
This is how this one is working up. So you started, I started with the raglan, and you go, and now I've connected it at the sleeve. I connected it to make sleeve holes.
Yeah.
And then you just go back and forth around to make the body.
Oh, yours,
and then add sleeve that way.
That's like the cardigan I just made was like that. It was just
big.
Yeah. It was a big back panel and two like rectangular front panels, and you sewed it all together.
Oh yeah.
And you just
is one piece. This is one piece.
Oh, yours is one piece.
This is raglan. This is called raglan style. You do it in all one piece.
Well, that's not what raglan is it?
Yes, it is.
That one piece? No, because we're making raglans right now.
Well, okay.
Raglan is the diagonal.
The diagonal, right. But usually when you say raglan, it means one piece. I mean, that's what...
I thought raglan just meant it's the diagonal inset sleeve.
Yeah. Yes, Molly, you're right. The sleeve construction does feel really fiddly in this pattern that we're working on right now, but the angle is going to make a neater look versus this raglan sleeve. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Anyhow, it's working. We're working it.
We're working it.
Yep.
All right.
We know what we're doing for next week.
Yep. We're going to be working on this for a while. I thought this was going to be a quick project, but it is a little fiddly. Molly's right.
Here is the technical definition of raglan, Angie, Molly, Angie,
okay.
whoever I'm talking to. Technical definition of raglan: a sleeve that continues in one piece up to the neck of the garment and does not have a shoulder seam.
Yes.
That's what a raglan is. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a one-piece sweater. It's just this whole sleeve is going to come all the way up, right up to the neck.
Okay, but look at what I'm showing you. What I'm showing you on this baby sweater, this is a raglan. There's no seam at the top of the shoulder.
Right.
All right?
Right.
The one we're working on is going to have a seam at the top of the shoulder. There will be a seam there.
I don't think it is.
There has to be a seam there because we're putting two pieces together.
I don't think so. I think our seam's going to go this way and it's just going to attach right here to our front and our back panels.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And
right?
Then our sleeve is going to come. Okay.
Our sleeve's attaching in here.
Attaching at the, okay.
And then it's going to attach on the front panel that same way. And they're going to come to a point up here at the neck.
They're both raglan, but the difference between these two is this is an in the round type of raglan, meaning it's like a one piece.
Yes.
Versus this one is a panel raglan.
Where raglan really means, raglan really means that this sleeve is inset in here, however you do it.
Right. No seam on the shoulder is all raglan means.
Right.
No seam on the shoulder. Right. Gotcha. All right. That makes perfect sense.
All righty.
All right. Well, we resolved that.
There you go. Yep. Okay. On to fixing your sweater and me finishing mine.
Yeah, I gotta go fix crap.
Fix crap. That's okay. You're fast. It won't take you that long.
Right, exactly.
It won't. You're gonna be mad about it, but it won't.
Well, here's the really frustrating thing about it. If I hadn't just made 5 granny squares in the last 24 hours that I had to keep remaking, right, I wouldn't be as frustrated.
Yeah. Yes. And so I'm just happy that mine worked because I've been fiddling with that Tunisian crochet and I wouldn't have wanted to fiddle more, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, all right, everybody.
Happy crocheting and have a good weekend, you guys. And we'll see you all later.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All righty. Bye, everybody.